Came down to the last second yesterday, Coach Wanda Watkins. Longwood had a chance to win it at the gun. And here we go. Taya Bolden and Akela Smith up for the tip, and away we go inside Gore Arena. These Longwood Lancers have scored just 54 points in their last 2 games. They averaged 72 a night. Much to the credit of Michaela Coleman here on defense, trying to slow down Kyla McMakin, who misses her first shot. Part of the Sunbelt Reynolds starting attack for the Lancers. Here's Coleman the other way. Transition layup.
Oh, how about that? Tooley spotted her across the floor wide open. Somebody missed their matchup in transition that time.
Keep an eye on Faith Price, number 1. Her first career start for Campbell. She shot just 1 of 9 yesterday, but a nice shooting presence for Ronnie Fisher.
She's been a big lift for the Campbells of late, coming in, knocking in three-point shots time and time again.
There's Tre'Dasia Smith, the point guard for Longwood. Trying to zip one to McMakin, who gets some space, and the fadeaway is short. Akela Smith on the boards for a second chance.
Well, it's rough out there. A lot of physicality going on.
Longwood had 19 turnovers in yesterday's loss. Trying to hold on to the basketball here as the shot clock hits 9. Tre'Dasia on Serrano. With some pressure, she can't get it to go. Campbell's defense, which ranks 12th in the country today, making life tough as Coleman. Another easy layup.
Wow. 2 in a row, uncontested.
Michaela Coleman came into this series averaging 3 points a game. Yesterday, what did she do? Well, 8 points and 13 rebounds.
She was a tremendous asset for Campbell yesterday on the backside boards, as we talked about time and time again on that broadcast. She did a great job of getting them second chance opportunities.
Campbell had 24 offensive rebounds in that game as Leroy can't convert the scoop shot. An 0 for 3 start for the Lancers. Let's see if they actually guard Coleman on this possession. Campbell has been dared to shoot from the outside in this 2-game set. So Serrano takes her turn and misses the jumper. Rebound Akela Smith.
Interesting battle on the boards between Bolden and Smith inside. 2 great rebounders in the league.
To your point, the top 2 rebounders, in fact. As Leroy bumps into Tooley, count it, and Leroy to the free throw line.
Well, we saw Leroy do that time and time again on yesterday. She's picking up where she left off, doing a good job getting to the basket for the Lancers.
Leroy, 12 points yesterday, her 26th career game in double figures for the sophomore out of Seneca, South Carolina. So here's Leroy to the free throw line where she can really stroke it, 85%.
Oh, nice rotation on the basketball. She shot a few of those over the course of time, I believe, Evan.
Longwood has 3 shooters at 80% or better. Nice luxury for Rebecca Tillett's club. And here comes an array of defenses that confused Campbell so much yesterday. Smith the other direction with the layup.
Longwood did a good job on yesterday of changing up their defenses. Looks as though they're going to do that again today. Looks like a widespread zone trapping defense they're using right now in the half court.
That's a 5-0 Longwood run in the blink of an eye, and now some intensity on the defensive end. Price gives it away. Here's Leroy up ahead to Smith. And Tre'Dasia traveled in the key. 3rd turnover for Longwood.
Good break for Campbell that time, because that was a nice pass by Leroy out in front to Smith.
Here's Rebecca Tillett celebrating her birthday yesterday, but her club had a chance to win the game at the closing seconds and a chance for Longwood to compete against one of the better teams here in Campbell.
Absolutely. They did a tremendous defensive job on yesterday, holding Campbell to 27% in that game. That's no easy feat.
Coleman has the 4 points for Campbell thus far as the energy picks up in this building. Tooley with a fadeaway. Oh, she thought about passing it. And a turnover for Tooley. How has this Longwood pressure gotten the minds of Campbell in the first 3.5 minutes?
Well, that's 3 times in the row down the floor, 3 turnovers. So it's definitely making an impact.
This Campbell squad, the best assist to turnover ratio in the league in the Big South. Trying to slow down this Longwood club that has 3 starters in double figures, with Leroy being one of them. Leroy is denied by Tooley.
Good stand that time by Campbell, and Tooley holding her ground on that penetration by Leroy.
The junior has stepped up on the defensive end for Ronnie Fisher's club as a preseason all-conference performer. Now trying to guard the top scorer in the league, and Kyla McMakin. Adriana Ship through some traffic, and she draws the harm.
Looks like Longwood's come out really attacking the basket today, working hard to get to the free throw line. We know that they did that well on yesterday, got many free throw opportunities. Hopefully for the Lancers trying to take advantage of that again today.
Longwood attempting what is now free throw number 198 and 199. That is best in the league. As Ship hits her first.
Here we see Ship use the crossover, going to the basket and drawing the foul, that time on Price.
And that's the question, right, for Faith Price, her first start. Can she provide the defense that you lose with McNamara Clement off the bench?
Going to be interesting to see how that plays out for Campbell.
Campbell is led by Michaela Coleman, sort of a fourth option in scoring, but she's got 4 today. Trying to break down this ferocious defense for Rebecca Tillett. And nearly a steal as Smith called for her first foul. And Ronnie Fisher knows, given yesterday's win, how tight it is. No game is easy against Longwood. Campbell's never dropped a game in this series, but they have some work to do today.
Yeah, the defending Big South Coach of the Year has his work cut out for him. There's a target on their backs this year, and everybody's at their best when they play Campbell.
Longwood, who was picked 6th in the preseason poll, trying to stop Coleman, who's got 6.
I tell you, Coleman has really stepped it up for Campbell.
This is an unprecedented run for Coleman, who, let's be frank, does not shoot many jump shots. It's all layups, and she's had a ton of success. 6 points a game in this series. And Adriana Ship rolling one in.
Nice jumper. Longwood's come out. I think their defense is really motivating their offense right now.
Longwood started this game 0 of 4 shooting, and they have come alive in the last 2 minutes. As Price breaks down the D, Tooley from the corner hits her first.
For sure, he can't leave her alone in that corner. She's deadly, and the danger in that backside zone if somebody doesn't get back quickly.
Tooley career 131 threes. That's the best on this Campbell club. Adriana Ship takes her turn from 3. And McNamara Clement in for her first minutes of the game with the rebound.
Longwood in the man-to-man now. Changing up their defense is a good strategy.
Saranya, who had 4 critical threes yesterday, sets up Tooley, looking for her second. And Ship coming in for the rebound.
Another nice pace in this game, Evan.
Adriana Ship throwing it to herself, and a foul on Ship. A little aggressive that time. Her first.
For a redshirt freshman, she's not timid, that's for sure.
We'll take a timeout. All even at 9 here in the first on ESPN+.
Power isn't born, it's built over time. For over 65 years, Hercules Tires has been providing the muscle to move more drivers. Whatever the vehicle, whatever the terrain, and we back it with a powerful protection plan. So wherever the road or the trail takes you, we have the selection, value, and strength to get you there. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
There's not a secret to what actually happens behind the scenes at a bank. Here at First Citizens, we're trying to educate the client in each step of what's actually going to happen and actually have them make the educated decision around what steps and what options they utilize. We want to become that trusted advisor that actually guides them down that road, helping you reach your goals. That's Forever First.
Our new house is amazing. Great street, huge yard.
There is a bit of an issue with our neighbor's fencing. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Which helps us save even more.
Hey, Sarah. Hey, Peter.
Touche.
What? I'm down.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
The doctor said I had prostate cancer. I needed to do something else. Can I go to proton therapy? Hampton University Proton Therapy Institute. He said, yeah, you can do it, man. It's a breeze, man. When I went for the treatments, there were no side effects. Whatever you could do before, you could do it after. Thank you, Jesus. I'm so glad I can go down there. But I tell you right now, I wanted to let those people know that I really appreciate it. And HU is his spot. This is Cindy. When you call her up, she's so nice on the phone. This is Jen. This is Ashley.
Music make you lose control.
Rock a showstopper, beats get it crunk and wired. Wave your hands, scream loud. Everybody here get it out of control.
Taking a look at Campbell head coach Ronnie Fisher, who earned his 183rd career win yesterday. That ranks him third all-time among active Big South coaches. And his club's had a week of facing two tough offenses, the High Point Panthers and the Longwood Lancers. What have you seen from Ronnie Fisher's club so far?
Well, Coach Fisher's clubs are always well prepared, and I think he's such a great teacher of the game that he uses every day to get his team better, and I'm sure the game yesterday will be no different. Now here we see Longwood change their defense again, Evan, and go to a full court 1-2-1-1 zone press.
That's Tredasia Smith with her first foul, trying to slow down Michaela Coleman, who has 6 early points.
Well, they put their most athletic player at the top of the press. That's a workhorse spot. She's got to roam from one side of the floor to the other. Not surprised that it's Smith would be at the top.
Campbell has started this game 4 of 6 from the field, but 3 early turnovers have slowed them down. Serrano wiggles through. Nice pass, but McNamara Clement couldn't hold on, and the jump ball keeps it here.
A really good thought by Serrano that time.
And I love how neither of those two players, Smith or Elmack, would give up the ball at the end. That's the thing, too, when you think about these doubleheaders, if you will. Really, the animosity builds between the teams, and the respect level certainly picks up.
Oh, yeah. Great rivalries in this league that grow more and more every year.
Now, Serrano hits her first 3.
Well, we know she was 4 or 5 yesterday. She still got the hot hand today.
Campbell led by Serrano with those 4 triples yesterday. Longwood, interesting enough, they only made 1 3-pointer in yesterday's game. They lived by the 3-pointer throughout the year, about 7 a night. And it was Campbell the last to touch it. But Rebecca Tillett's club made an effort to work the ball in the post and really feed Smith for much of the night.
Yeah, it was a different look not seeing them take the 3-point shots, but
especially when you have Kyla McMakin, who leads the country with 98 threes, but this time it's Smith on the give and go.
Oh, how about that alley-oop pass from Tredasia Smith to Smith?
That's a perfect find from Tredasia, who's one of the best assist makers in this country, 5th, in fact, in the NCAA.
She makes it look so easy, Evan, and it's really not.
She averages 4 of those a game as Coleman trying to hang on to the ball. Bolden through a contested Ozaro. That's short. And Elmack with the rebound.
Look out.
Serrano wanted 2 in a row from 3. And Brooke Anya there for the rebound. Here's Tredasia Smith on the shot fake. She's got the mismatch. Trying to blow by Elmack with a 3, and it comes up short. Good defense there for Campbell, holding Longwood to 35%. Now going to hang on to the ball. McNamara Clement in the post. Sets up Price for 3, and she misses her first. Faith Price getting her debut start today for Ronnie Fisher, the sophomore.
Good to see that young lady get a little reward as well. She's been playing well for Campbell.
Adriana Ship, pressured by Bolden and gives it away.
Campbell's defense really makes it hard for them to get through on penetration when they're doing the job that they should be doing.
So yesterday, Longwood 19 turnovers. Today, through 8 minutes, only 2 giveaways.
Yeah. Probably, you know, both teams went back, took a look at film, said, hey, what can we improve on here? Talked a lot about it, make adjustments. That's the name of the game. Who can get ready the quickest for the game the next day?
There's an offensive pick, illegal on Coleman, her first. And that was the question we asked Rebecca Tillett coming into the week. How do you handle these back-to-back games? And she said, 1, it's a physical nature of the toll, and then 2, how do you manage the adjustments from game 1 to game 2?
Yeah, it's the name of the game. Making the adjustments, and getting your team geared up to go again. Win, lose, or draw. You got to forget that and move into the next day.
Especially if your Longwood had a chance to win that game late. How do you shake off the rust and get ready for game 2?
Absolutely. I mean, they had to be pleased with parts of their defense in the game on yesterday, lots of their defense.
There's McMakin going to work on the board for the first time tonight.
Second chance point for Longwood.
Kyla McMakin, the second leading scorer in this conference. She'll put up 20 a game. Campbell's led by a balanced 6 from Coleman, 3 from a couple others.
Longwood daring Coleman to shoot.
Here's Bolden getting an opportunity to shoot. She makes it count.
Darren Bolden too, and Bowen said, oh, okay, I think I'll take that if you're not going to guard me.
Taya Bolden added another double-double to her career yesterday. She's got 19 of them. Now can Longwood respond with McMakin? Her second pair of shoes in 2 days. She goes with the sneaky blues, leaving it off to a shooter, and Ozaro is short. Here's Tooley running ahead of the pack.
They got numbers.
Finds Bolden and beats the defense with the foul. Bolden to the free throw line.
Big play by Campbell. Nice seeing the post player inside get out, lead the fast break going down the floor.
We call that leaking in the post. And what about Bolden there running the lane as a 5'11" forward?
How about that?
Remember, Taya Bolden was a player you recruited, Wanda, before you retired as head coach, and certainly a player who has developed so much from year 1 now to year 5.
It's really been fun watching the development of that young lady. Coach Fisher's done a tremendous job working with Bolden, getting the best out of her. We saw her in the performance on yesterday making a huge impact late in the game.
Once again, Coleman with an offensive rebound, leaving it off to Carver, who misses the 3. Tatiana Carver just 1 of 6 in this series, but she'll shoot from anywhere.
Campbell with 2 second chance opportunities on this possession already.
Closing 30 seconds of the quarter. It's been the Coleman show in the first, and she goes to the free throw line.
She's masterful at getting to the basket and getting to that free throw line.
Michaela Coleman, who was a cross-country and soccer standout in Crewe, Virginia, using some of that elusiveness to get to the line.
What a hard worker. One of those players that coaches love because she does all the intangible things. She works hard defensively, always guarding perhaps the best scoring threat for the opponent. We saw her on yesterday make such an impact with her rebounding ability.
Coleman 7 of 19 from the line this year. She can't get the second. Longwood can hold for the final shot. Try to tie it up here in this first frame. Longwood Lancers shooting 33% in the first, but they can light it up with McMakin in a moment's notice. Here's McMakin, drive it into Coleman. Defense coming, and Bolden's got it. Taya looks to the clock, and tipped by McMakin. Nice defense to end quarter number 1. Back and forth here in Bowie's Creek. Campbell looking for a series sweep. It's been the Michaela Coleman show early in the first corner. Longwood Lancers coming right back with some offense of their own by McMakin, and Campbell up 3 through 1 quarter on ESPN+. Start of the second quarter here in Bowie's Creek. Why does this game matter? Well, the winner of this matchup gets out of the sandwich of teams in the middle of the league. And for Campbell and Longwood, a chance to slide to that top 3 in the Big South.
Every game is so important, and as far as, particularly in that you're playing in pairs, so you've got to bounce back from each day to play and fight and jockey for position.
High Point, the top dog right now at 6-1. These teams trying to catch him as Leroy short, trying to get her own rebound. Coleman a 4-on-2. Ahead to Carver, back to Coleman. Man, I wanted her to take that shot there if you're Ronnie Fisher, but she resets it. The pressure of Leroy right up in her grill.
Yeah, Longwood working hard in their man-to-man.
Thule gets some space and comes up short. Second chance to Carver. Again off on the 3. And
Wow,
Coleman to the floor.
Look at Coleman battle for that ball.
Jump ball finally is called. And again, the presence of Michaela Coleman. 6 points and a couple of early rebounds on the offensive end.
Yeah, McNamara Clement, too, has picked up 2 big offensive rebounds the last couple times down the floor. Campbell doing a good job crashing the boards, getting second opportunities when those shots don't fall.
They had 24 offensive rebounds yesterday and already 6 in this one, so very busy in the first. The question is, can they break down this defense of Longwood?
Now they've gone to a 2-3.
Rebecca Tilla pulling every trick out of her bag. Shot clock at 3. Bolden from the free throw line, no. And Coleman the last to touch it.
Coleman almost came up with another one there. This game is playing out a lot like yesterday's game. An exciting game for fans to watch.
Campbell had a 10-point lead with about 4 minutes to play, and Longwood got it down to 1, had a chance to win it in the closing seconds.
Very exciting finish.
Sort of seems like these two teams are so entwined with each other, they already know what's coming, and now it's a mental game here over these next 2.5 quarters.
Even on last year, I remember games with Longwood were such good games.
Longwood has never won in this building, 0-13 all time. Trying to change it as Leroy pops a jumper. And Bolden's got another rebound, already 5 of them today. Serrano zipping one over to Bolden. Remember, Thule shot just 4 of 21 yesterday, looking to get her shot going. But the pressure of Ship is right up in her face.
Good help by Smith off that screen that time for Longwood.
And that's a blocking foul away from the pass. As Brooke Anya called for her first.
Good gutsy move by Anya that time, but apparently not quite in position.
Those two, Brooke Anya and Taya Bolden, are maybe 2 of the best in the Big South at drawing charges. So it's got to be fascinating to watch those two drive against each other as Leroy takes it away. And Leroy looks motivated, the sophomore. Tredasia Smith, the facilitator, working the baseline. And Akila Smith could not hold on. Longwood with its 3rd turnover of the day.
Just a little too close to handle that time with the pass.
Worth noting with the Lancers, they only averaged 10 assists a game. That is worst in the Big South. And yesterday, only 5 assists. This Campbell defense certainly made it tough on Longwood.
It really did. Until late in that 4th quarter, Campbell had their way defensively.
And then in the 4th, Kyla McMakin had 12 points of her own. Finished the game with 23, but really a standout in that second half.
Watch the trapping zone defense now of Longwood. Another defensive change.
Good cross-court pass by Serrano. Sets it up for Thule, who can't hit the 3. Leroy has it poked loose. Here's Serrano with the steal, and Serrano with the lay-in.
Good takeaway by Serrano. Leroy crossed over in front of her, and she took that and made a good sweep to the basket.
Lou coming off a nice 14-point game yesterday. She's now got 5.
Campbell has Longwood extended out deep in the perimeter with their defense.
Akila Smith on Bolden, and a traveling violation. Akila Smith, who had a double-double, her 8th of the season yesterday, gives it away, her first turnover. And we profiled Smith coming in. She can do so much on the court. Campbell's kept her at bay so far.
5 turnovers for both teams thus far.
Carver trying to break down this defense, and oh, shit, got right in the hands of Tooley. Nearly took it away.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure. Longwood might have gotten Campbell might have gotten a break on that. It looked almost like it went off Tooley's hand that time.
It was 55-54 yesterday. Probably the fastest-paced, low-scoring game we've seen in the Big South this year. This game has a similar trend with Elmack wide open.
Oh!
And Bolden gets fouled on the way up. That's a shooting foul. And again, Campbell on the second chance opportunities. Already 6 offensive rebounds.
Making a difference. You get 2 or 3 opportunities to knock it in. The law of averages catches up with you. Great execution, great offensive rebound and execution by Campbell. The last quite few possessions.
Campbell has the best rebounding margin in this league. You know who they're trying to catch around the country, Coach? It's Hawaii.
How about that? All the way across the United States.
They're plus 25 in rebounding per game.
Wow.
Campbell sits at a nice margin of plus 9 on the year.
Plus 25 is unheard of.
There's going to be a lot of stats this year because the number of games teams play that'll blow your mind when you get to the end of the season. What we do know right now is Longwood, they can score it, but have struggled tonight. Just 27% shooting the basketball. Here's Ship trying to break down the defense, and Elmack with the block. Second chance Ship, and she's got it.
Staying with it. Pays off for Ship that time.
Adriana Ship, a redshirt freshman, really making her presence felt. Tooley the other way. A tough shooting weekend for Shy Tooley. Now 1 of 5 from 3.
A good block out on that possession by Odell. Down low.
Shy Tooley who played a game-high 38 minutes yesterday. What is going through her mind trying to get those legs ready to go?
Well, you know, she's going to keep shooting. And because we've seen her time and time again take this team and put them on her shoulders. And that's what great shooters do.
Tooley, a double-figure score at 13 a night as it stays here. And how about Longwood during this 5-minute stretch? McMakin was on the bench. Tredasia Smith was on the bench, and it remains a 5-point difference.
Getting those little breaks can make a big difference.
Those two scores have combined for 42 points a night. That's tough to replicate without them on the floor. Tredasia on Serrano, a couple of preseason all-conference guards going after it. Now down low to Akila Smith with the size mismatch, getting it to go.
Not surprised to see Longwood pushing the ball inside because there's so much space out on the perimeter. Campbell has got them spread out so far on the perimeter.
This Longwood defense has held Campbell to 4 points in this second quarter.
See the widespread 2-3 trapping defense by Longwood.
And a foul on Tredasia Smith. That's her second. All of a sudden, a big decision here for Rebecca Tillett with 5:14 to go.
It'll be costly for Longwood. Such a good leader for her team, Smith.
Tredasia Smith ranks 12th in the country in assists. Everyone's chasing Myra Cicito out of Little Rock, who, by the way, averages 7 assists a game.
Whew. A couple of things can be said for that. There's a good passer when that happens, and there's somebody sticking it in the hole, too.
Longwood could certainly score it at 70 points a game. Campbell trying to bring their offense to life, but Bolden comes up short again. Here's Ann Leroy. It has been DEFCON 9 attention on Kyla McMakin this weekend, who fades away and drops it home.
Wow. What a player. What a player. Hard to defend that, Evan.
Because she starts the game 1 of 4 shooting, immediately fires 2 in a row, and now up to 4 points.
Longwood really out wide. Watch the back row of Campbell ducking in the holes.
That's now the 4th foul of this quarter for Longwood. Campbell has yet to commit a foul here in the second as we take a timeout on the court. 1-point ball game early in this second frame. Stay with us here on ESPN+.
We are not merely an institution of higher education. We are transforming lives and empowering students to become leaders.
Leaders in our communities,
in our state, and throughout the world.
Leaders in innovation.
Leaders in service to our neighbors.
Join our movement. Join our community. Join our mission. Lead with purpose. Lead with Campbell.
It's bow time.
Dad, we're hungry.
Yep, to the grill. No.
Out of gas on game day? Drop a big bow box on it. Game on. Feed a family of 4 with 8 pieces of scratch-made chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea.
It's bow time.
Music make you lose control.
Rock a showstopper, beats get it crunk and wired. Wave your hands, scream loud. Everybody here get it out of control.
If you thought you saw the last of double cheeseburger pizza, think again, because it's back at Papa John's again. Get a large double cheeseburger pizza for just $12. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. When you shoot the zesty burger sauce rapids on this new double cheeseburger papadilla, oh, you're gonna want to capsize in that Chunderdome of meat, cheese, and pickles. The new double cheeseburger papadilla and the return of double cheeseburger pizza, Papa John's.
In the last 10 years, Emerge Orthopedics has really been on the forefront of doing orthopedic urgent care. We realize that a lot of these accidents happen after hours, and patients want to get seen and get diagnosed and get taken care of. Emerge has a number of orthopedic urgent cares throughout the Triangle, and some of which are open 7 days a week, open till 9 o'clock at night, and that's been a huge benefit to patients. Patients routinely give us compliments on that and the care they receive there.
Campbell up 1 midway through this second quarter. And what have the Fighting Camels done well under Ronnie Fisher? Well, it starts on the defensive end, the best scoring team in the league, the best field goal, three-point percentage. What has allowed Campbell to have so much success on multiple layers of defense?
Well, right now I think they have Longwood really pushed out on the perimeter defensively. And, you know, Longwood went inside to the hole with Smith on one of their last possessions. Wouldn't be surprised if they don't try to do that more, but Campbell has really found some success in their defensive pressure.
Longwood has yet to hit a 3 in this game. They've only hit 1 the entire weekend. As Hampton, oh boy, a little off on that jumper, her first minutes of the game. And Ashlyn Hampton, who had a productive second game against High Point, looking to get her shooting going.
Longwood's defense is paying off as well. We've got another really good defensive ball game.
Had 4 lead changes in this first half already. Back in the hands of Kyla McMakin, who takes more shots than any player in the country. Today she's got 4 early points. Tre'Dasia Smith playing with a couple of fouls. Zips through the lane and banks it home.
How about that one? Nice little reverse layup on the backside.
It's not just the assist making, it's the scoring for Tre'Dasia Smith. And Longwood has its first lead since the opening minute.
Back in their man-to-man defense now.
Hampton didn't see the pass coming, and some early miscommunication for Campbell.
You know the thing about it, if you watch their club though, when there is that miscommunication, they come right together to talk about it and get it straightened out. That's what you want as a coach.
A Campbell team that is yet to lose at home here in the conference against a Longwood team searching for its first road win. McMakin, deep 2. Oh, almost money for McMakin. Serrano's got it. 5 early points for the Portuguese product. Trying to work the ball into the post this time. Shot clock halfway through as Campbell trying to find some offense here. They haven't scored in 3 minutes. So Elmack left open, and her jumper is short.
Longwood forcing Campbell to shoot from the perimeter, even in the post box.
McMakin ahead of the pack. A 10-0 run for Longwood, forcing a timeout by Campbell.
Beautiful pass by Anya up the floor that time.
Kyla McMakin and the Lancers up 3 here in the second quarter. So what has Longwood done well to turn the tide of this game?
Well, I mean, they're holding their ground from a defensive standpoint, and it's paying off for them. It really is. Defense seems to be motivating their offense, Evan.
The Longwood Lancers come into this series as one of the best scoring teams in the league and in the country. You see here, they attack the boards very well. They don't turn the ball over a lot. What has Longwood done well on the offensive side?
Well, they're starting to knock some of the shots in. They had some good shots early that just weren't falling, but they're starting to knock some of those in now. We saw them go inside to Smith, and then we saw McMakin knock that one in. But they're also scoring some points off of Campbell's turnovers as well.
Kyla McMakin, who has scored more points than any player in the country. Her average is not that high. She's at 15th, but when she gets going, this team is tough to stop. And now she has to guard Shai Tooley, Campbell's best scorer.
Longwood in a man-to-man that now.
And McNamara Clement called for the hook.
A little bit of shift in tempo right now, momentum, a little shift for Longwood right now. And I think a lot of that's attributed to, we noticed they picked up that time in a full court man-to-man pressure. Their defense seems to be motivating their offense, as I mentioned a moment ago.
This has sparked a 10-0 run for Rebecca Tillett's club. That was on the verge of a win yesterday, lost by 1 at the closing seconds. Come out motivated today as Smith lays it off to Anya, who lost it. Here's Coleman with the basketball. Numbers for Campbell. Coleman takes it right to the basket, kept her dribble. Now Serrano for 3. You bet.
Oh.
And Campbell stops the 10-0 run with a 3.
Nice shot by Serrano. 2 for 3 from three-point. The young lady is really, she looks so quiet and meek and mild, but she plays such a huge role for Campbell. Knocking that in from way beyond the 3.
Serrano with 4 threes yesterday, a couple more today. What makes this offense flow when she's hitting shots?
Well, I think what happened was the penetration that time by Coleman. She drew so much of the defense. She was able to spot Serrano out on the perimeter. She gets set and square long before she takes the shot.
We had a timeout there because Brooke Anya lost her contact lens. Had to get that all situated.
Official
Nothing like
spotted
the liquid.
it.
You get, Coach, you have glasses. You know, luckily I've been blessed with good vision. You ever have contact lens pop out on you?
No. I used to play with a player that would fake that, though, when she got tired.
Man, the truth comes out here in the Sunday matinee. Joined by the Hall of Fame coach Wanda Watkins, who won 549 games at Campbell, setting up a 3 for Cookie Booth. And another timeout for Ronnie Fisher, who is livid. The Lancers on a 13-3 run.
Oh, another three-pointer for Longwood.
Look at Ronnie Fisher trying to get his 2 cents and then some in. With Larry Malinge, our third official. So begs the question, Coach, what's been so frustrating for Ronnie Fisher?
This Fisher has his dander up about something. Apparently something that was off the ball.
In the grand scheme of things, though, how does he settle this Campbell team down and stop a 13-3 run?
That could be the very thing that settles him down. Seeing his emotion and his willingness to fight for his team, that indeed can sometimes fire your team up out on the court.
Ronnie Fisher, the reigning coach of the year in the Big South. And he knows how important this series is, especially with the winner of this game slotted into 3rd place in the league. All of a sudden you pick up a 3rd loss or a 4th for Longwood and you fall behind a bunch of teams in this league. Kyla McMakin playing some excellent defense as Tooley gets a 3. Yet to convert from the field, and Bolden saves it, throwing it back to Coleman.
Good hustle by Coleman that time to land that.
7 offensive rebounds for Campbell. Elmack in the post, good position, but can't get it to go. And Lauren, who averaged 20 points against High Point this week, yet to score today. Ooh, Adriana Ship, give it to her for 3. No good.
Wow, she was back out on the camel's nose that time.
You speak from the logo. That's a whole different range. As Smith called for the hook, an offensive foul.
That's going to be 2 on Smith, I believe, isn't it?
Akilah Smith with her 2nd. Tredasia has 2. Longwood now with 5 different players with 2 fouls. Rebecca Tillett's club runs about 9 deep in their regular rotation.
You know, both teams have good depth, which is really a valuable asset on playing these games back-to-back.
McNamara Clement denied. Second chance denied. Bolden back with it, and she's fouled. Wow, Akela Smith, the human eraser in the post.
That might have been Smith. Was that Smith or Ship that picked up that foul?
Adriana Ship called for the harm. How about the effort of this defense, though, making life tough for Campbell?
Yeah, absolutely. And yet Campbell hanging in, getting to the free throw line. Something to be said for that.
Taya Bolden leads this club in free throw attempts with 48 of them. And it's worth noting, Bolden coming up on her 50th free throw. The next highest on this Campbell team is Saranya, which is 17.
Bolden gets to the line. That she does. She's always in and around the action. I think a lot of it has got to do with her offensive rebounding ability.
She's shooting 67% and goes 1 of 2.
Here Campbell's extending some full court pressure, trying to knock some time off his clock right before halftime. Good strategy by Coach Fisher.
Tre'Dasia Smith gets right to the lane. Nice pass to Cookie Booth, who flings it to the bench. And Longwood with his 8th turnover to close out this first half.
20 seconds now for Campbell to try and look for a good
Especially
possession.
When Campbell's only shooting 3 of 12 from 3. They trying to work the ball down low, maybe?
Very possibly, but certainly they want to get something good out of this last possession, get some momentum going into the locker room here.
Campbell led by 7 in the second quarter. Longwood in the midst of a 13-2 run. Thule trying to change that, and she hits the 3.
That would be it. We talk about Thule and her ability to do that.
Tre'Dasia Smith at the gun. This will count, but off. And Campbell closes out the first half with a 5-0 swing. Going into the break, up 1. 20 minutes gone by in Bowie's Creek. Campbell up 1 on the ESPN+.
Another game of defense, Evan. Thank you.
Thanks, Jason. Geico halftime report. Hercules Tires, right on our strength, proud sponsor of the Big South. So 20 minutes in to this game, too. We got a tight ball game once again, a 1-point difference here in Bowie's Creek. Thanks for joining us at halftime. We got the Hall of Fame coach Wanda Watkins, Evan Budrovich, a couple of friends behind us who've been pretty quiet. Yet in this game, there's been plenty of energy. Campbell led by a big four of scoring. Coleman, Tooley, Bolden, Serrano getting the work done. Yet they shoot just 20% in the second quarter and find a way to sit with a 1-point lead.
It's almost like the tale of two quarters. Campbell shooting really well in the first quarter. Longwood shooting really well in the second quarter. We've got ourselves another ball game.
Longwood at 54% in that second quarter. Kyla McMakin got hot with 6 points. And then really it was a battle on the boards. Campbell 9 offensive rebounds, setting up a good lot of opportunities.
The second chance points made a big difference for Campbell in their offensive set, getting 2 and sometimes 3 opportunities to try and score. And yet the defensive stand by Longwood getting their offense going by forcing turnovers and scoring in transition.
Longwood forced 7 Campbell turnovers in that first half. The winner of this game moves to third in the Big South, so we got plenty to talk about in half number 2. But for us, we're going to take a break here on the Geico Halftime Report.
All right, Evan, you make it easy.
Pepsi is proud to be the official beverage partner of the Big South Conference, so don't forget to pick up a delicious, refreshing Pepsi today. Pepsi, that's what I like. Here's your first half highlights from Bowie's Creek. Shai Tooley, nice job getting the ball out to Coleman, who had 6 points in that first quarter.
Yeah, there she gets back to the basket again through penetration, finding her way to the basket. As does Leroy again today.
Yeah, Leroy's been aggressive getting to the line. That was her only make. And then Tre'Dasia Smith says, I got you covered. A little coast-to-coast finish.
Love the timing of that.
Longwood had 7 players score in that half, but Tooley was not going to make it 8, denying Leroy.
Ship being gutsy getting to the basket that time as well. Finding themselves at the free throw line.
Kayla Coleman very active in that first quarter, and Longwood got their shots going in the second frame, but here in the first, how about the 3 from Tooley?
Tooley's and Serrano as well. Big threes from Serrano in that half. What about that alley-oop pass right there?
Michaela Smith can jump out of a gym, and she did it right there as McMakin gets her own board. Part of her 6 points in that first frame.
A little extra effort on Longwood's part for a second shot.
Here we go, late in the first. Bolden able to beat the defense for a little coast-to-coast. And that time, Taya with a nice find.
Beautiful pass to McNamara Clement, but how about Serrano picking her pocket right there on that crossover?
Got to appreciate the points in transition today. These teams are running.
Extra effort again on the second chance by Ship.
And this is part of a 13-2 run for Longwood. Feed it to Akilah Smith late in the corner.
Making it look easy with that left hand.
And once McMakin gets rolling, she's tough to stop. 19 points a game for the sophomore.
Look at that hang time by McMakin that time. What about that reverse layup, too?
Maybe the best, prettiest play of the game from Tredasia Smith.
Really was.
And then Campbell again off on the run, setting up Serrano for her second three. Right now, though, it's Campbell up 1 at the break. When we come back, stats and getting you ready for half number 2 on ESPN+. This is the Geico Halftime Report. Find out how much you could save on car insurance with a fast, free quote from Geico at geico.com. Campbell up 1 for the first 20 minutes. Here's the numbers you need to know. Campbell 4 3-pointers. Longwood is 25%, but just 1 of 4 from three-point range. And really the battle on the boards, Campbell +3 in the early going. What else is of note? Campbell 8 assists, setting up a couple of shooters in that first half. They have missed 4 free throws. Could come down to the stretch. It was a 1-point game yesterday. And fittingly, it's a 1-point game here today. Okay, half number 2 when we come back here on ESPN+.
We are not merely an institution of higher education. We are transforming lives and empowering students to become leaders.
Leaders in our communities.
In our state and throughout the world.
Leaders in innovation.
Leaders in service to our neighbors.
Join our movement. Join our community. Join our mission. Lead with purpose. Lead with Campbell.
It's bow time.
Dad, we're hungry.
Yep, to the grill.
Out of gas on game day? Drop a big bow box on it. Game on. Feed a family of 4 with 8 pieces of scratch-made chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea.
It's bow time.
Music make you lose control.
Rock a showstopper, beats get it crunk and wired. Wave your hands, scream loud. Everybody here get it out of control.
If you thought you saw the last of double cheeseburger pizza, think again. Because it's back at Papa John's again. Get a large double cheeseburger pizza for just $12. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. When you shoot the zesty burger sauce rapids on this new double cheeseburger papadilla, or you're gonna wanna capsize in that chunderdome of meat, cheese, and pickles. The new double cheeseburger papadilla and the return of double cheeseburger pizza, Papa John's.
In the last 10 years, Emerge Orthopedics has really been on the forefront of doing orthopedic urgent care. We realize that a lot of these accidents happen after hours, and patients want to get seen and get diagnosed and get taken care of. Emerge has a number of orthopedic urgent cares throughout the Triangle, and some of which are open 7 days a week, open till 9 o'clock at night, and that's been a huge benefit to patients. Patients routinely give us compliments on that and the care they receive there.
We are not merely an institution of higher education. We are transforming lives and empowering students to become leaders.
Leaders in our communities.
In our state and throughout the world.
Leaders in innovation.
Leaders in service to our neighbors.
Join our movement. Join our community. Join our mission. Lead with purpose. Lead with Campbell.
Taking some notes. Got our statisticians up there lining up the numbers of this first half. Probably the most busy section in the arena today.
No doubt.
So we get ready for half number 2. Campbell up 1 over the Longwood Lancers. Bet they're talking about what's for lunch today. So Longwood trying for their first ever win here in Gore Arena. 0-13 all time. It's been a dominant show by Kyla McMakin with 6 points in that first half. McMakin zips one in there, and Bolden the beneficiary. Campbell in that first half, they closed on a 5-0 run to regain the lead. Now Bolden shimmies through the blocking of Smith. Can't get it to go.
Uh-oh, could be numbers. 3-on-2 for Longwood here.
McMakin calls her own number. Interesting decision. But Rebecca Tillett trusts her shooter, McMakin, who's taken more attempts than any player in the country. Both field goals and threes. How do you manage a superstar if you're Rebecca Tillett working with a fantastic sophomore scorer like McMakin?
Well, I think however she's chosen to manage it, she's doing a good job with it because they're off to a good start this year, definitely. There's
McMakin with a block. Longwood, 4 wins in their first 6 games. It's the second straight year for Rebecca Tillett. She's the third-year head coach with Tredasia Smith calling out the show. Smith working that baseline. Boy, somehow got to Ship.
Mere steal by Saranya.
Adriana Ship, a deep 3. And an air ball.
Well, she was downtown again for that one as well. But, you know, going back to McMakin, I think with a player like that, she and her coach have a good understanding, and their team as well. With a player like that, she's got a green light, and I'm sure and can take the shots that she's confident in doing so.
Rebecca Tillett told us that Kyla McMakin has to adjust to a team scouting report more than any player on her team. So she wants her to sort of feel out those moments and even shoot herself out of some trouble.
Longwood in that trapping defense again.
Shot clock to 7 for Coleman. Tries to weave a pass in, and it's saved to McMakin. Nice job by Ship.
The defensive changes for Longwood paying off for them in this game.
Tre'Dasia Smith not only can dish the Rocky out at 50 assists this year, she can score it at 10 a game. Gives it off to Leroy. Looks to break down Tooley. Instead, sets up Smith, who stepped out of bounds. It's Campbell ball.
Well, another turnover.
And a true point guard in Tre'Dasia Smith to track down the basketball.
How about that? She accidentally threw it off the official's feet, and she went running after it to get it. You got to love that kind of sportsmanship.
Tre'Dasia's birthday is next Tuesday, so coming up here in just about a week.
Watch the extended defense by Longwood.
Hampton.
What a pass.
Oh, my gosh, couldn't finish. It's a look she wants back. Here comes Longwood. McMakin thought about it. Drives on Hampton. And a nice recovery from Hampton. Clearing her mind of a tough miss and coming back with a make. Here's Serrano in the corner. And her three is good.
What a valuable weapon that young lady is. Playmaking skills, and yet she can knock that three in when they need it.
7-3 of the weekend for Serrano. That was the first points of this quarter as well.
3 of 4 today, 4 of 5 yesterday.
Ship off balance. Longwood sort of has that 7-second or less offense. They want to move quickly. It's kind of put them in a bind in this third quarter so far. Bolden the other way, zips it to nobody. There's Ship with the steal. Throwing it ahead, oh boy. Serrano takes it from Tre'Dasia Smith, who doesn't get back on defense, leaving Tooley open. Tooley down to Bolden, takes her time, and a foul on Kyla McMakin.
Good ball movement by Campbell that time.
These teams are getting physical here in this third quarter, and Rebecca Tillett not a happy camper with the no call on Smith the other side of the floor.
These coaches, you got to love the enthusiasm that they coach the game with. Pour their hearts and souls into what they're doing.
Taya Bolden's now 4 of 6 from the free throw line. She extends the lead to 5. Bolden's taken the 4th most free throws of any player in this conference. And gets the friendly bounce. Everyone's tracking Nadiria Evans at Asheville. 95 free throw attempts now for Evans.
That's a lot of free throws.
Just 10 games into the young season for UNC Asheville. The real track is trying to track down Margaret Whitley of UAB. She's got 123 free throw attempts as McMakin draws a foul on Coleman. And especially if you're Longwood, because you have 3 players that shoot better than 80% from the line.
Yeah.
They'll make about 15 free throws a game. This is a team that loves to get to the charity stripe.
Yeah, getting to the free throw line, getting to the basket, drawing fouls for Longwood. It's a big part of their scheme when you shoot free throws like that.
Campbell may have the best scoring defense, but it's tough to defend open shots as McMakin is fouled on the 3. Oh, no, it's actually.
I think that's going to be an off-the-ball foul on Hampton.
Okay, so it's on the box out.
On Hampton versus Ship, I believe.
Our lead official, Desmond Sullivan, changed his call. It's Hampton with the hook. That's her first. There was a similar call yesterday on Leroy that we thought was a defensive foul. They call it a charge. And think about in a 1-point game how much that could change things.
For sure.
That's what makes coaching so stressful when the game's literally decided on the last-second buzzer beater that was missed. Here's the ball-dominant McMakin, laying it off to Akila Smith, who turns and rolls it in.
Well, she's got that left-hand hook down pat, doesn't she?
6 points and 5 rebounds for Akila Smith, who leads the country in double-doubles. Trying to get her 9th today. Hampton, boy, Smith with those arms takes it away. Tre'Dasia Smith And Hampton there for the rebound. This
Just
game
like
has a
that.
way of finding the
Just-
person who makes a mistake to get it back and give it right
Yeah.
away. It's
Just like that, we're going back and forth the other way so quickly.
nice start to your Sunday matinee as Bolden through some traffic and the foul on Adriana Ship.
Definite foul that time on Ship, coming across to try and help. I tell you, the surest way for Bolden to have a double-double, because you know she's going to always get her rebounds, is to make her free throws.
In fact, Bolden needs one more free throw to get a double-double, which would be her 20th of her career. She's already got the 10 rebounds, now with 9 points. And there you go, double-double for Bolden. Relatively low-scoring third quarter as well. Just 6 points for Campbell, only 2 for Longwood. Remember, the Lancers are the top-scoring team in the league at 72 a night.
Game much like yesterday, a game of spurts for both teams.
Longwood had a 10-2 run to take the lead late in the second. Campbell has responded now with a 8-2 run over this last quarter and a bit. Kyla McMakin backing down Coleman. Wanted some contact, and there's a foul away from the ball. Oh no, it just went out of bounds. We have a timeout on the court. Both teams a bit confused. All we know is it's a good game so far. When we come back, the rest of the third quarter here on ESPN+. Longwood tried to save it. Can they review that?
Now, what was the call?
The call was it was out of bounds off of Campbell. Confused.
How was that out of bounds on Campbell? I don't get that. I don't get that. Wow.
Huh.
I don't see that. I miss it. Do you? It was like Anya had the ball when it went out of bounds.
Yeah, I think it's just a bad call.
Definitely. These coaches got these officials rattled. There's no way that
I mean,
was
Coleman
off
definitely touched it when it was going out, but it never went out. Huh.
Not until Anya went over the plane. I don't know. These officials put up with a lot more lip than most officials would, though, in this game, you know?
Huh. Let's see, does the ball go out here? Is that out? That looks in.
That might be the call. That might be what it was. It might have bounced on the end line, Evan.
It just doesn't look like. Can we get that down low angle, that camera 3 or 4, whichever? I think it's 3. No, that one's not really going to, because more if it's out of bounds or not.
That's got to be the call. It's got to have bounced on the end line.
Yeah.
This one right here, you might be able to tell.
No, that's definitely in.
It definitely didn't hit the end line.
Huh. Oh, no, it's all good.
What are we going to say about that?
Campbell up 5 here in the third quarter. Let's explain what really what happened here. The call was out of bounds off of Michaela Coleman.
Only thing we could figure there, Evan, is if the ball here hit the end line, but it looks like it clearly was about 3 feet in bounds.
So Longwood gets it back, and how about that? A turnover for Longwood. Campbell in this third quarter has not hit a field goal in 2.5 minutes, yet holding on to this lead. And Saranu says, I'll go ahead and shoot it and hit her third 3.
Can't leave her alone. You definitely can't leave her alone.
Luana Saranu, top 10 in the Big South in three-point shooting. Now at 50% on this season.
8 for 10 in the last 2 days thus far. From three-point territory, that is.
Rebecca Tillett definitely going to remind her team about that the next time they're on the defensive end. Akilah Smith, good option to feed with the foul of Bolden. And Smith the chance for a three-point play.
Those two are battling in there. It's fun to watch.
The top 2 rebounders in the Big South going after it punch for punch. And here's a foul on Kyla McMakin. Now 2 team fouls for Longwood here in this one.
Good call by the official that time. A little bit of blocking.
Keep in mind, Longwood, Adriana Shipp has 4 fouls, so she's been forced to the bench. And Tatiana Carver comes in for her first minutes of this second half. Where's the offense going to come from, Wanda, in this third quarter? It's been tight for both teams.
Yeah, it has. Uh-oh.
There's a steal for Tredasia.
Good hands by Longwood on that pass to the high post.
Longwood has forced 11 Campbell turnovers. Setting up McMakin, who steps back to the men's line. On an offensive rebound, Milo Venema feeds her sharpshooter. And with the foul, an and one for Kyla McMakin.
Oh, Longwood playing with a lot of emotion right now.
Kyla McMakin, the second leading scorer in this league. A slow start, shooting the ball at 4 of 14, but coming alive on that play.
Took it from the top and went to the basket. Knocked that in with 2 defenders over the top of her, too.
But can't hit the free throw.
Unusual miss for her as well. Good free throw shooter.
McMakin is a spark plug. She can score 20 points in an instant. And here's an offensive foul. McMakin taking the contact, and she is locked and loaded. How about the energy that McMakin's brought to the floor?
Oh, yeah. Firing her team up, playing with emotion. Love to get another look at that one, wouldn't you, Evan?
She was the freshman of the year last season in the conference. And let's take a look at that foul here on McMakin.
Oh, a little bit of a elbow.
So the officials are reviewing that call right now to see if there's any flagrant needing to be called. But certainly if you're Kyla McMakin, the Virginia Beach product, she has changed this game just with energy alone.
Yeah, trying to use her enthusiasm and to pump her team up as they're trying to claw their way back with Campbell.
So here's what the conversation is on the court about this foul on Saranya, whether it was a flagrant or not.
Looked like no harm intended, just a little bit of contact. And, you know, as a player, you can get frustrated and say to your opponent, more or less, get off of me. You know, and it looked like a little bit of that.
Now we saw Kyla kind of yipping back at Saranya, and then she was talking back to Lou. Certainly those two great point guards in this league, and it's been a tight battle. Campbell guarding McMakin and Kyla trying to break down this defense.
Absolutely. It's everything we thought it would be in this game. See what the officials have to say here.
Now Deanna Jackson comes in to give her look. They also could possibly see if there's an overturn of this call, and it's a flop. That is an available option for the officials as they review this play.
Probably a little bit of both. A little bit of a push, a little bit of an acting job, a little bit of both.
And there's an interpretation of that rule, right? Because if there's an intentional flop, it is a flagrant foul. You also can check the foul the other way. Okay, guys, be it the judge at home here.
I'd be shocked if there was anything flagrant there, but
you see
we'll
that elbow
see what
extend.
the officials have to say. They're having a big discussion.
How do you see this coming down, Wanda?
I'll be shocked if there's anything flagrant there. I think we'll just presume play, but we'll see what they have to say.
Now the head coaches will come together. Just a regular contact foul, nothing major there. Kind of adds to the character of this game when you think about teams playing each other on back-to-back nights. Ronnie Fisher's club trying to avoid a first loss at home in the conference. And Longwood wanting that desperate first ever win here in Bowie's Creek.
Well, as you heard Coach Tillett talk about in her interview 2 days ago about these upperclassmen, you know, they're kind of on a mission. And both these teams very competitive, wanting to win this game.
Thule now with the McMakin assignment.
That's purely a clear out that time for McMakin.
Can't get the bunny, and tipped out by Bolden. And if I'm Rebecca Tillett, I feel like the ball's going in McMakin's hands every single time. Put it in your top scorer right here.
Yeah, could be. You're going to have her inbound in the basketball. You know what they say about an inbounder, don't you?
The dangerous shooter can pop around that corner,
That's the
right?
one you want to watch for scoring.
So Michaela Coleman comes in to guard McMakin here. Ronnie Fisher playing his knight against the queen of Longwood. Michaela Smith. Oh my goodness, that did not fall.
Rolled all the way around the back of the rim that time.
About as perfect as you could imagine, but no layup. And Campbell maintains a 3-point lead.
Good defense by Campbell that time with 2 defenders on Smith inside.
It's been the Serrano show today, 14 points. Bolden has 10. And Thule's been pressured every time she touches the ball.
She's dead. Bolden's already dribbled. There we go.
Coleman wide open. Not a shooter by trade. Stripped by Smith. And last touch, Campbell gives it away. So we've seen McMakin bring energy. We've seen Akilah Smith bring energy. Longwood has amped it up here in this third quarter.
A lot to play for. A lot to play for down the stretch.
The winner of this game moves to third place in the Big South. It is early, but a statement could be made tonight as Tredasia Smith is fouled. And to the free throw line goes the assertive senior out of Madisonville, Texas.
Smith, a good free throw shooter. Another one of their players that shoots 80% from the free throw line. We'll see if she can make these 2 count for her team.
Longwood, an excellent free throw team, 79% on the year. And Smith hits her first. Tredasia last year was responsible for 50% of the team's assists last year. Got the ball, moving and grooving, and now taking advantage from the line. And she's up to 6 points.
Good, phenomenal playmaker for a team. Longwood extending their defense again now.
You could argue Campbell entered this year with 3 all-conference players. Longwood may have 3 all-conference players with McMakin and the 2 Smiths.
Absolutely.
It's going to be tough for these coaches to pick a all-conference team this year.
Here we see Longwood has gone back to the triangle in 2, Evan. Notice Thule being tailed and Serrano being tailed everywhere they go right now.
Serrano around the pick. Contested jumper, Anya with the block. Bolden gets the board and finishes.
I'd say that was a good pass by Serrano. What would you say, Evan?
Won't be classified as an assist, but it gets the job done. Bolden now 12 and 11 today. The double-double queens of this conference, Smith and Bolden, are getting after it. Here's Tredasia. Sneaking it off to Anya, who can't finish.
Oh, gosh.
But gets her own rebound.
Oh, what a beautiful pass by Smith off her penetration inside.
Akilah Smith and a blocking foul. Bolden with her second. And now Longwood to the free throw line for the rest of the quarter.
Smith and Bolden. Fun to watch inside. Battling. Smith showing her speed that time getting to the basket. As you know, her coach commented about how she really could guard anybody on the team.
It helps when she's second in the nation in total blocks. Just 3 away from Natasha Mack for the country's lead of Oklahoma State. And here's Smith, the junior guard, getting things done. Rebecca Tillett kind of called her the junior Swiss Army knife, can do everything.
Yeah. All right, again, watch Thule being face guarded, Serrano being face guarded. Everybody else in the triangle zone defense.
Longwood has cut this to a 1-point game and a reach and foul on Milo Venema. Just the 3rd for Longwood. This game's also kind of slogged down a little bit, just 11 points for each team in this third quarter.
It has. They're after it defensively, aren't they?
Serrano's given no room to breathe with Kyla McMakin the defensive assignment. Sort of daring the rest of the players on this team to shoot. Serrano off the pick. 2 on the clock for Coleman, who is denied by Smith.
She's going.
Akela wants a layup as well. Give it to her.
Coast to coast.
Longwood back in front for the first time since the first 4 minutes. And that was all Akela Smith. Coleman needs it out of her hands. Boy, they're daring McNamara Clement to shoot from 3.
Her, Coleman, they're daring them to shoot.
Shot clock to 7.
But boy, they won't let Thule or Serrano touch it. Look
Coleman
at that.
wide open. She's got it this time.
Good eye by McNamara Clement to find her on the backside.
Closing seconds of this third quarter, and we have our 8th lead change of the day. Winner of this game moves to 3rd place in the conference. And Longwood can taste their first ever win in this Buies Creek Arena. Here's Akela Smith back to the left. Kicked around, and that ends the third quarter. We are in for a dogfight. Quarter number 4 coming up next. It all started with Campbell's hot 3-point shooting.
Serrano knocking that in.
Give Longwood credit. Kyla McMakin heating up. She's got 8. And down the stretch, Campbell holding on to a 1-point lead here on ESPN+.
There's not a secret to what actually happens behind the scenes at a bank. Here at First Citizens, we're trying to educate the client in each step of what's actually going to happen and actually have them make the educated decision around what steps and what options they utilize. We want to become that trusted advisor that actually guides them down that road, helping you reach your goals. That's Forever First.
Did you know that Geico's whole 15 minutes thing, that came from me? Really? My first idea was, in 1/4 of an hour, your savings will tower. Over you, figuratively speaking. But that's not catchy, is it? That's not going to swim about in your brain. So I thought, what about 15 minutes, 15%? Serendipity.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Power isn't born, it's built over time. For over 65 years, Hercules Tires has been providing the muscle to move more drivers. Whatever the vehicle, whatever the terrain. And we back it with a powerful protection plan. So wherever the road or the trail takes you, we have the selection, value, and strength to get you there. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
We are not merely an institution of higher education. We are transforming lives and empowering students to become leaders.
Leaders in our communities.
In our state and throughout the world.
Leaders in innovation.
Leaders in service to our neighbors.
Join our movement. Join our community. Join our mission. Lead with purpose. Lead with Campbell.
It's bow time.
Dad, we're hungry.
Yep, to the grill. No.
Out of gas on game day? Drop a big bow box on it. Game on. Feed a family of 4 with 8 pieces of scratch-made chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea.
It's bow time.
Get social with the Big South. Join the always growing network of fans on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more. Also use the @Big South Game Day for the latest in the Big South Conference. 1-point ball game as we start the fourth quarter. Yesterday's game came down to the closing seconds. Today, very similar tight game here in Buies Creek. And Tre'Dasia Smith putting incredible pressure on Coleman, who just breaks the press. This Longwood defense has made Campbell very frantic on the offensive end. Already 13 turnovers for CU.
Look at Tooley on the backside.
Tooley zips it into Elmack, who takes her time. Second chance. Serrano's turn from the wing, and the moon ball is short. Odell and Bolden fighting for it, and it's last touched by Campbell. You know, at some point, Wanda, with this Longwood defense, they are daring Campbell to put the ball in the lane.
Yeah, they are. Putting a lot of pressure on the perimeter.
Longwood led by Akila Smith today, 13 points. She's looking for her 9th double-double of the season. Doesn't have 7 rebounds, but guarded closely by Taya Bolden, Campbell's best defender in the paint. Smith, the deep three, in the face of McNamara Clement.
Wow. Nice shot by Smith. Right on time, too. The shot clock was really going down.
Longwood out in front. Can Campbell respond here in the fourth? Love the intensity from this Longwood defense, making life difficult. Bolden through the trees, no. And it'll stay here. Last touch by Kyla McMakin.
What a pass by Serrano that time inside.
Campbell has 10 assists on their 14 baskets. They're going to need a bunch more of those over the next 8.5 minutes.
Smith getting over on that screen before it takes place.
And the foul on Tredasia Smith. That's her third. Remember, Adriana Shipp has 4 fouls. She's on the bench. Nobody with more than 3 for Longwood. Campbell has Hampton with 3 fouls. That's it.
Smith got to be careful now for Longwood. They need her on the floor.
There's something about simulating this defense in practice, and then if you're Campbell playing against it in live speed as Odell tips it out to midcourt. And another foul on Longwood. They have made life tough for Campbell today.
Yeah, they've gotten so aggressive in their defense, and you know, we'll watch the fouls and see how that goes. It could be a factor late in this quarter.
Takes 5 fouls to shoot free throws the rest of the way. And now 2 early fouls for the Lancers. Longwood is 4-0 at home in the conference, but yet to win on the road. That's the challenge today. Serrano, a beautiful pass to Tooley, who can't make it count. Rebound McMakin. McMakin zips one ahead and stolen away by Bolden. Both these teams trying to be like Picasso, weaving in some beauties in these passes. Need a quarterback out there to direct this offense today.
It's moving so quick too, Evan.
Tooley from the corner. Another miss. Rebound to Coleman.
Those long balls come off long.
That's 13 offensive rebounds for Campbell. Good tip by McMakin, who takes it away. Tredasia Smith running ahead. It's fascinating. One defense is in your face, tight, fanatic. Campbell's done their job slowing down Longwood as well, just a bit differently today. A block by McNamara Clement.
Smith got to be careful with
and a loose
3
ball.
fouls.
McMakin out to Smith. Big 3 is good. Largest lead for Longwood today.
Longwood still extending that defense.
Campbell has yet to score in this fourth quarter.
Using those traps, making it hard for Campbell to.
Bolden through the trap, and she gets the layup.
Yeah, she went right through, which is a good move by Bolden because she hadn't used her dribble when they jumped at her that time. Smart choice.
We have a timeout. 6:39 to go. Stick with us. We got a good one coming up after this break. Longwood up 3 on ESPN+.
And I couldn't get by with that when I coached.
Oh, yeah.
I could not get by with it.
Is it because he doesn't use curse words?
Find the vast variety of officially licensed merchandise and conference and school branded items at BigSouthStore.com.
What'd you get for Christmas, Coach? Did you pick up any Big South gear this year?
I didn't. I've got to do that, though. I love their gear. I love it.
Hopefully we get the royalties from that promotion here on ESPN+. Let's see if Mark Simpson and the crew are listening in Charlotte.
Hopefully they are, and they'll pass a Big South Conference visor our way, Evan. Been trying to get one of those.
Tre'Dasia Smith wants a second straight three, and she can't connect. This game has been a fight from the start, and it's last touched by Longwood. Remember the Lancers, they make 7 threes a game, and yet here they are with 2 threes in the fourth quarter. They've taken a lead, and now a discussion here on who touched the ball last. It is Longwood basketball, looks like. Oh, nope. Campbell ball. I think the question was, did they say off black or black ball? And it seems like it is black basketball, so Campbell brings it up the floor.
Here we go. We got the triangle again.
Bolden and Serrano, 14 points each. They've been the leading scorers, but they are marked intensely. Here's Adriana Shipp back in defensive with 4 fouls. McNamara Clement laying it off to Serrano. Shot clock at 5. Someone's got to shoot it here. Serrano's turn. Air ball and a shot clock violation.
Triangle, too. They're really making it really difficult for Serrano and Tooley to even touch a basketball. Serrano did well to get to the ball that time.
Only 4 players have scored for Campbell tonight. And outside of those big 2 you mentioned, it's been pretty quiet for Campbell offensively. Longwood led by 13 from Smith. She lays it over to Leroy. The sophomore trying to blow by Tooley, who's been heralded for her improvement on defense this year for Ronnie Fisher.
That she has. She's worked really hard at it.
Tre'Dasia Smith on the shot fake. Now with 1. That's a shot clock violation as well.
Tough on a little playmaker like that to make a beautiful pass that she did.
So 5.5 minutes to play. Will we get to 50 is the question, the way these teams are grinding it out defensively.
I think we will, Evan. We'll see.
Longwood has never won here in Gore Arena. 0-13 all time in this city. Rebecca Tillett knows the numbers coming in. Price trying to tie it up, but that's short. Coleman the rebound. Coleman bumped. Smith's got it. 2-on-1. Out to Leroy. Whoa, and a traveling violation on a layup. You do not see that very often.
No.
That hop step has actually caught Leroy 3 times in this series.
Yeah, big turnover that time for Longwood. Good break for Campbell.
Starting to tell these 2 teams have learned each other's last names, their favorite foods. They know just about everything about each other here as we hit the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
No secrets at this stage in the game.
Longwood is daring the non-Serrano and Tooley players to shoot the basketball. This is Faith Price from the corner and bounces in.
Another 3-point weapon out on the floor for Campbell. Notice that time Longwood came out of the triangle and went to a trap and zone defense instead.
First start of the year for Faith Price, and she ties it up at 45. This Campbell defense that gives up 52 a game. We'll need some of that here in the closing minutes.
Oh, mere steal by Bolden.
Smith on the back door. Lays it off to Shipp, who couldn't squeeze it. And a second straight turnover for Longwood. Timeout. Buckle up. Final 4.5 minutes here in Bowie's Creek when we return on ESPN+. Time now for our Hercules Tires play of the game. Faith Price tying it up here in the last minute.
Big bucket for Campbell. Tying the game back up. Price coming off the bench again and knocking that one in.
First career start for Faith Price, and that three-pointer just a minute ago was the first triple not from Tuller and Serrano of this game.
Yeah, it makes it difficult with three weapons out there offensively in your arsenal to play that triangle in two. It looks like they're going back to it now, but they put it on Price. No, they're in the man-to-man.
Longwood has mixed up about every defense you can imagine.
Yeah, they're in their man-to-man.
Rebecca Tillett's team was up 3 early in this quarter. Campbell has tied it up. And now Coleman, not your expected score, missing the layup. But the rebound tips out to Campbell.
6 seconds.
Serrano for 3. A second straight.
Ooh, big bucket for Campbell that time and Serrano. Is she hot or what, Evan?
Ronnie Fisher loving it from his three-point sharpshooter. She's got 5 threes tonight. And Leroy looking for a response. And Ship called for the bump. That's her 5th. Adriana Ship is fouled out.
Yep, they got her on the push-off that time, going up for the rebound.
That's a big call, too, because she has a layup the other way if it is not called a foul.
Yep. Tell you, it's a big bucket by Serrano. She's made some big ones today.
This is part of an 8-0 run for Campbell.
We saw 3-point shots being a huge difference in the game on yesterday. It's panning out right now. Could be again today. We'll see.
Campbell is +5 in those three-pointers. Longwood has stayed in this game at the free throw line. 8 of 9 from the stripe. Cookie Booth in the face of Coleman, making life tough.
Oh.
Coleman dribbling in, getting the layup. In the scouting report, you don't see Michaela Coleman as a huge scorer. Here she is with 10.
Yeah, she went around the horn and knocked that one in the hole.
First double-figure game of the season for Coleman. And now a 10-0 run for Campbell. Let's see if McMakin can respond. The second leading scorer in this conference. A shooter by trade. Lays it off to Akila Smith. And Serrano with the poke. Thule running. Taking her time. Whoop, an air ball. Coleman the rebound. Price a 3. Oh, almost bounced in, and last touch by Bolden. How about these teams saying, screw the shot clock. We're going to get open looks and let it fly.
Yeah.
Because that was the big question to Ronnie Fisher coming into the week. How do you manage Longwood's pace of play? And Campbell has sped up to that speed.
Yeah, they have. They took that one quick.
Timeout, Rebecca Tillett to talk this over. She has 2 left. And just a 30-second timeout.
Good timeout by Coach Tillett that time to kind of regather her troops together here and talk about it.
So Longwood has some good options today. Akila Smith, 13 points, trying to get that double-double, which would be her 9th total, leading in the country. Really what got him back in this game was the three-point shooting with those 2 threes in the third quarter.
Yep.
Did you see Akila Smith here, the best shot blocker in the league and second in the country at blocking shots, a huge part of Longwood's success.
Really is. She's fun to watch. She's got, look at that arm span that she has. I mean, hey, you could put her in the middle of the paint and she could reach through the paint. Campbell's pressure paying off here.
Dangerous pass. It goes to Serrano, who cannot finish, and a foul on Tredasia Smith. Sloppy play by Longwood gives Campbell 2 free throws.
I tell you, the player for Campbell that comes up time and time again, making big plays, is Serrano. Little quiet Serrano, getting the job done.
So not free throws, just the 4th foul. That was on the floor. 1 more for the bonus for Campbell. Who's going to step up and make a big shot today? Maybe Serrano's turn, and a kick ball for Kyla McMakin. Longwood's tried to limit the three-point shot for Campbell. They've held him to 34%. But here's Campbell with 2 big threes in the 4th to extend the lead to 5.
Shot clock at 20. See what Campbell looks to do on this possession.
This is a 10-0 run for Campbell in the last 4 minutes. Now the pressure of Akila Smith making life tough. Price, the starter, spins and is, nope, traveling violation. Big whistle from Larry Malinge. It's a turnover for Campbell.
This is probably the biggest possession of the game right here for Longwood, in my opinion, with 2 minutes left to play.
Little offense-defense sub as Price exits. McNamara Clement comes in. And she thought about sitting in Ronnie Fisher's chair. That's a no-no. She's got to go back to her regular seat. Here we go. 2 minutes to play. Longwood looking for its first ever win here in Bowie's Creek. They are 0-13 all time. Tre'Dasia Smith, deep three-pointer. No. Bolden got through some contact. And Campbell can settle things down. Campbell wants to move to 4-0 at home in the conference and slide into third place in the league.
Be impatient. Look at the
backdoor slip to Tooley, who is fouled on the pass. Free throws for Tooley coming up.
That's pretty timing the way they thread that needle, where she dribbles at her and she makes a backdoor cut.
That is a Princeton offense running and moving. Saranya trying to settle in her junior as she goes to the free throw line.
As she is.
Tooley cannot hit the first free throw.
Watch the timing of this cut. Well, he missed it, but still. Cool.
62% shooter, Shy Tooley, but cannot hit either. Strange for an excellent three-point shooter to struggle at the free throw line.
You got to wonder about the legs on back-to-back games, you know, wearing on you at the end of a game.
She's played 36 minutes tonight. After playing 37 yesterday, McMakin, a big three, is good.
Well, they're not quitting, are they?
Kyla McMakin, her first triple. She's got 11, and Longwood is back within one possession.
Both teams.
Just like yesterday, a one-score game in the final minute. Who's going to pull out with a series win in Bowie's Creek? Tooley off the pick. Shot clock at 6. Saranya wants a deep triple, and that's way off. Bolden gets it to go.
Oh, the old-fashioned three-pointer.
Bolden on the boards, and Campbell a chance to build on a 4-point lead.
Tell you, Bolden.
Did the shot clock reset properly? That's a big question right here.
Didn't hit the rim. Didn't hit the rim.
But the shot clock reset. Interesting.
Don't know about the time that was up there, Evan.
Bolden takes advantage. And you have to wonder here. I guess Bolden got it off before the shot clock expired.
Apparently.
There's Taya Bolden to the free throw line. And Taya cannot hit. That's 4 missed free throws in a row. And a timeout for Longwood. How about Bolden here on the boards, giving Campbell a big basket?
Here's the shot clock at 3, 2.
Interesting.
Yep.
The clock did reset.
Yep,
I think she would have had time regardless.
Yeah, there was 2 seconds on there. I'm not sure why it reset, but it shouldn't have. But there was 2 good seconds left on the clock.
Okay, Wanda, so much like yesterday, Longwood had the ball late in the game with a chance to tie it and possibly win it. What is Longwood going to do here with 45 seconds to play?
Well, you got to feel like McMakin or Smith inside. They're going to go with one of those 2 ladies. You know, we saw McMakin warm up in the 4th quarter on yesterday. She just hit that 3 a minute ago. We'll see what happens.
Final 45 seconds. Longwood, led by Kyla McMakin today, trying to come back here late. Here's a deep triple with the foul.
Wow.
And McMakin can tie it from the free throw line.
Wow. What a shot. What a shot.
McMakin is an energizer bunny, 19 a night. And what a critical 3 for McMakin.
And guess who inbounded the ball, Evan? Wow.
Second 3 of the quarter for McMakin, and now she can tie it right here with 40 seconds to play. Remember, free throw shooting so critical. Longwood at 78% as a team. but a miss in the closing minute.
Big possession now for Campbell.
Campbell has 2 timeouts.
Help ice.
Ronnie Fisher electing to run his offense here with 30 seconds to play. Game 1 was a 1-point difference. Game 2, right down to it here in Bowie's Creek. Tooley around the screen. Gets into the lane. Sets up Bolden, who is blocked. And last touch by Bolden. The defense of Ann Leroy making the critical play. Timeout Longwood.
Big defensive stand by Longwood.
12 seconds to go, and what a defensive stop by the Lancers.
Yes, it was. Huge. We'll get a look at it. Good pass by Tooley. Shot goes up. All goes right off Campbell's foot.
How do these games have such a reminiscent feeling to it? Just like yesterday afternoon, Campbell worked the clock. Longwood had a chance with 3 seconds to win it. Now with 12 seconds left, what was Ronnie Fisher's defense do to get a stop and for Longwood try to put this game away?
Yeah, I'm sure Longwood's going to advance the ball here, so 12 seconds is like an eternity when you can advance the ball to half court. We'll see what happens. McMakin has got the hand. We know Smith is tough inside. See what Coach Tillett's drawing up over on the sideline.
She's got an excellent scorer in McMakin, who's now in double figures for the 41st time in her career. And certainly a battle, a 1-point game here in the closing seconds. Reminder, fans, visit BigSouthSports.com for the latest in the conference. And right now in the Big South, Campbell and Longwood both tied for 3rd in the league. The winner of this game sits in prime position for that 3rd spot. Longwood, Rebecca Tillett told us coming in, she knows how critical this game is. You want to face those top teams, and Campbell and Radford to come out with a win, a big opportunity for Kyla McMakin and the Lancers.
Yeah, a lot to be gained by either team in a win in this game today. You can tell that emotions riding high out on the court.
Keep in mind, Campbell just 1 team foul. Longwood in the bonus the rest of the way. It's in the hands of Tredasia Smith. And Campbell using the fouls wisely.
Smart.
They have a few more to burn before Longwood gets free throws.
Smart by Coach Fisher. Taking the fouls, stopping the clock.
Now, will Longwood try to be coy and work a shot up here if they can?
Giving Campbell another opportunity to get a steal off in the inbounds play.
Smith back in her hands. And a foul with 4 seconds left. Still 2 away from the free throws in the bonus. So this might be it right here.
This is a possession here.
Keep in mind, Longwood, an excellent free throw shooting team. They're 8 of 10 today. Campbell has missed all 3 of their free throws in this 4th quarter. And Leroy to throw it in. To McMakin. And a foul with 3.5 seconds left.
Well, they won't be able to make another one now, but, well, that's 4, right?
Yeah. 1 more and in the bonus, so this is going to come down to these final 3 seconds. It's Brooke Anya to trigger it in. Keep an eye on McMakin. As Campbell subs in some size, McNamara Clement to guard the inbounds. And what a finish we have brewing here in Bowie's Creek.
Great strategy on both sides, both parts.
Seconds, Brooke Anya to throw it in. Here's McMakin. McMakin, 3 for the win. It's good. First ever win for Longwood here in Bowie's Creek, riding the sophomore Kyla McMakin.
Wow, what a shot. Downtown at that. Downtown.
Kyla McMakin heating up in the 4th quarter and doing it herself. 17 for the sophomore.
Wow, she's deep. She's lofted it. Nothing but net.
That clock will expire, and Longwood hangs on for the win. The Lancers on a 6-0 run to close things out. That's your final. Longwood 52, 54, Campbell 52. For the coach, Wanda Watkins, Evan Budrovich signing off from Buies Creek, North Carolina. Longwood with the win. Moving on to 5-3 in the league, all thanks to their sophomore standout, Kyla McMakin.